So it's a quick get down. The liquor business, the liquor business is a good business. It's a business that's never going anywhere. So when I landed this contract or this partnership or whatever you want to call it, um, it basically secured me. Not that I don't take anything for granted, because I know that there's a lot of companies out here that they could use, but there's not a lot of companies that'll do the things that I do. I'm all in. I'm a team player. If their warehouse need help, my guys will get in there. They'll help them in the warehouse. Help them pick the pallets, help them wrap the pallets, help them load the pallets. It's about teamwork, and you won't get that from a lot of companies, because a lot of companies want to be paid. I don't get paid for everything that I do, but I do it because of the relationship that we have. We grew together, so in order for me to be successful, I'm gonna make sure they're successful, and if I have to do some things like that, then we have to do some things like that. But then that just makes them trust me even more, because they see that I'm willing to put, not being paid for something to get the job done. I'm one of them people that if I see an opportunity, I'm gonna take it. We've been rocking together this long. I see that their trucks need maintenance, and when they take it to the dealerships, they be in the dealerships for days. So I've been around mechanics all my life since I was a kid. That was my hustle. During the week, during the summer, we work at the shop. On the weekend, I go out and have fun. So for me, learning and wanting to do automotive was always something that I wanted to do, which is why I started DNR in 2023. And the people I was going to do it with, it just didn't work out, so I just left the company sitting, and here we are in 2025. I turned that company, that DBA, into an LLC, and we're rocking with it. But that allowed me to charge them as a company versus just somebody that's doing it on the side. So it's all about choosing something that's never going anywhere. When you want to choose a business, make sure it's something that's going to always be around. Something that you can always do. It's always a need for. That's how I choose the companies that I start. When I started landscaping, people don't like to cut their own grass. A lot of people don't like the heat. So it was easy for me to charge what I charge to do the grass. And then it's all about competition. Never cheat yourself to where you charge too low and you're losing, but you always gotta beat the next person, even if it's by $1 or $5. In people's mind, in humans' mind, they're always gonna go with the cheaper service. But in my case, you got the cheaper service, but you got the same quality. So that helped me out a lot when it was to landscaping. We're a one-stop shop. We did trees, bushes, leaf cleanups, planting grass, sod, tearing up grass, weeds, mulch, the whole nine. So I was a one-stop shop company, and that's. But back to the subject, we are pulling in Greenlight. This is Greenlight Distribution. This is where we pick up all the liquor for the transfers overnight and for the store deliveries during the day. We didn't start here. We started over in Irving in a smaller building, and we grew to this building. So when we first came here and I got all the 18-wheelers, I proposed an idea that we get trailers. I only had power only. So they was like, okay. I was in charge of going to find the trailers, so I had an inside senior rep at Snyder, and we got all these trailers on a bulk deal. So our trailer's gonna be this one on dock number 4. So I'm just gonna back up to this trailer, lock it in, get out, check my tires on it. And then we're gonna go pick up the beer and bring it back here. Now I know a lot of owners that once they get to a certain point and a certain level, they don't want to drive no more. It's all, let the drivers do the hard work. I'm one of them owners. I lead by example. So what I ask my people to do, I make sure I'm willing to do. Hook up the glad hands and the ABS cable. It's my job and my company's job to make sure these trailers are maintained and maintenance. So I pay for everything up front and I just build them back on the back end. Been doing that for approximately 3 years now. I'm gonna make sure the landing gear is all the way up. I know some people ride with them just up to where it clear, but I've seen people go in low spots and the landing gear catch the concrete and break them. Check these tires. We're gonna need some new tires on some of these. Yeah. It's back, but we'll worry about that next week. Airlines look good. Those side over there need some new tires. Go in here and check this trailer. Make sure we got a pallet jack. With me, there's no telling what all we'll be doing. One day we could be in the shop, one day we could be out towing, one day we could be picking up liquor in the trucks. So I make sure I keep myself busy. I don't like to sit around and I don't like to not work. Open the door. So we'll come in here and we'll check the trailer. Make sure they did what they were supposed to do. Give me an hour. Yeah, I ain't new to this. I've been doing this. I ain't always had no electric jack. Huh? No, I just stopped last year. 4? It's only been a year, but I've been here 5.5 years. No, I just did it last week with a manual. No, I picked up beer on Friday. I sent somebody else to pick up Western Sun.
I thought you picked up the Western Sun.
I sent another driver. They distribute a lot of shit. The whiskeys, the blue notes. Yeah, so they couldn't give me an electric jack, so we're gonna take this manual and we're just gonna get to work. They let everybody take the jacks. But we maintain all these trailers. If the floor's cracked, we cut it out, we re-weld it, and put it back in. Put it back in service. Let me let this door down. These signs I installed, had those made. Every last one of them. Because when my people come, we have specific docks that we leave the trailers on. Pallets. I'm responsible for moving the pallets out of here. So we'll take them, we'll either sell them or we'll get rid of them. So if there's any pallet people out there that want pallets, let me know, and I can possibly get you those pallets that they don't want and they don't want to use.